When industry groups and the regional council met for the first time in February, they postponed making a drought recommendation to the government in the hope of rain and because stock feed was still available on the spot market. But after another dry week and stock feed on the spot market also drying up, the decision on Friday to recommend a drought was inevitable. Although there were brief showers over the North Island during the weekend, they didn't do much to ease drought conditions. This summer is now officially the sunniest on record, and some regions are faced with some of the driest conditions they've had in 50 years. Dairy NZ says milk production is down 20% in Northland this month, where a drought has already been declared, and down 15% in the Waikato, trimming incomes across the North Island by over $60 million. Many Waikato farmers say they're better prepared since the 2008 drought, and other factors than weather impact on how effectively farmers deal with the drought. Here on Brian Pitty's farm in Ngatea, he's lucky to have a base layer of marine clay and then a decent layer of peat soil on top of that, and this is about as dry as it gets. That means he's been able to grow healthy pastures of base ryegrass, chicory, maize and fescue.
I'd say at least 2 to 3 weeks difference between us and say the lighter soils, and where we'll catch up to those guys, but we've got that extra 3 weeks up our sleeve at least.
Whereas on Gay Stammer's farm, as you can see, the soil is much more clay-like, dry and unfertile. She says a drought declaration isn't going to do much in the way of help.
We can't really see what difference it's going to make for us personally. Like, for us, we've got structures in place to manage it. If a drought's declared, what worries me is that all the townies think that we're going to get a payout from the government, which we don't get.
What farmers do get is advisory and counselling services from the Rural Support Trust, flexibility from Inland Revenue on tax payments, and in extreme circumstances, rural assistance payments from the Ministry of Social Development. Federated Farmers Waikato President James Houghton says even though it's hard to get some types of assistance, depending on the case, it will mean a lot to farmers.
There's extreme increased stress. People's livelihoods are on the line at the moment. I think it's more of a symbol of acknowledgement how desperate the situation is. And what I mean is, if you have to go face, you might have to try and go and see if you get another $100,000 put on your debt from the bank manager. They're going to be a lot more understanding when there's a national drought declared.
Though it doesn't seem all farmers are needing all services offered. But what about the counselling? Are you going to take advantage of that?
No, I'm fine, eh? Do you need some?